So we've already stuffed our meat in our tubes from our stuffer. In the last video, and this is what we end up with once we stuff our meat in the tubes. So the end of this bag, if I don't get it all the way full, I kind of trim a little bit off. That way the meat is open to the end of the caulking gun. So I'm going to slide the open end, and it comes tied from the manufacturer. I just shove that in there. I had to prop the camera up in a weird position to get this on video. So I've got that in the caulking gun, the jerky cannon. I've been spraying some meat out already, but I wanted to get this on video before I forgot and did it all. So about 3 squeezes of the trigger. I've got a double spout dispenser, but it's just as many pulls because you're shooting half the amount of jerky. It's just coming out in 2 different tubes. So single nozzle is just fine. And if you wet your fingers, keep your fingers wet in the sink. I got a little trickle of water going on. The meat don't stick to your fingers when I go to pull. Separate the meat from the nozzle. It just comes right out. Now I'll load this tray up about 1 inch apart. I usually load up my dehydrator more full than I have been, but I'm doing it every evening. I've been doing jerky. I did it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and today is Thursday. I've got a lot of jerky meat. I've been doing about 5 or 6 tubes, and I separate my dehydrator tray, and I'm going to show you that here in a second. Every other tray will dry quicker. If you load up your dehydrator just like a smoker with a lot of meat, it takes longer to cook to the desired temperature. So I'm going to go ahead and spray a couple more links, and I'm going to show you the dehydrator. And then from there we'll go, once the meat, I've already got some meat in the fridge that I did last night, and I'm going to vacuum seal that, and I'm going to show you that as well. I've got a catalog that I have been putting check marks by all the items that I've been using during this whole process, if you want to purchase them. Along with the seasoning, the jerky seasoning, and all the accessories for that. Now so I've got just a little bit of meat left in there. So this tray that don't have a long stem, I'll lay it right there on this short. I'll make some short pieces. Now once all the jerky is done with this, I'll unscrew it, pull it out, and the bag comes out with it, and there's no cleanup. I'll take the bag away. There's the only jerky you have to clean is out the end, and this unscrews, nozzle pops out, you can wash that out. And the tube is pretty much clean until it gets toward the bottom. You got some little meat there. So that's all the jerky I'm gonna do tonight. I've got 5 tubes left. That'll be another batch for tomorrow night. Let's switch this around. Okay, just gonna do this. So here's my dehydrator. So typically it takes 5 to 6 hours. I set it for 7. So it's been going a little over 30 minutes. And I set it to the highest temp, which is 160. And it's at 141 now. I typically put in the meat from the top to the bottom because the bottom gets done quicker, because that's where the heater's at, is right here at the bottom. So if I put the meat in from the top, it all gets more of an even cook. And you also have to just feel the meat after 4 or 5 hours, usually 6 hours at 160. If you don't overload your dehydrator, it's going to dry out really well. I don't want you to bite into a jerky stick and feel like wet meat. It shouldn't be that way. It's not jerky. So you want to dry it really well. So from this point on, we're going into the vacuum sealing part of it, and I've got some jerky already in the refrigerator that is ready to be vacuum sealed. So I'll do that video, and then that'll be the conclusion of this the jerky process.